Good afternoon, everyone. Jason here. Today is August 22nd, and this is your aftermarket update. All right, you can tell here by looking at the two price ladders that we had a monster day here at the Oil Trading Group. In fact, we were just a little bit over $4,200 today in our trading, and we have a lot to unpack as to what happened here today. So let's go ahead and get started taking a look at it. Kind of the first thing that to look at here is we had a sweet spot here at 55.48. We talked about in the trade room today that it was hit once in the overnight session. I just put this label back here so we could kind of see where it hit. Market comes down right just after midnight my time, and the market comes all the way down and hits right into that 55.48 area, then subsequently rallies all the way to the high up there at 98. So there was a 98 tick move precipitated by our sweet spot trade location. Now, as the market opened up today, we were looking on a break through this structure signal. We were looking to get short. Market comes down, rallies back up, takes me out of break even, and then makes this new high. Once we said that the market would break down again, if it broke down again through that DS signal, we were going to look to get short. We did get short. Market comes down, gets really close to taking us out up here before we get that bigger flush. Now, as you can see here, and actually as you can see, we came down, paused a little bit here right around this structure mid and down through the VWAP, and I had drawn this trend line in the trade room to say, look, if we broke that, we may be going a lot deeper than that, and that's one of the things that we talked about in the trade room. With that being said, again, we did talk about looking to push down through the daily structure mid. This is one heavy bar down through it. Now, we talk about our sweet spot areas, and we talked about this 55.74 being a potential pause point. Market comes down, comes right down into that level and immediately rejects, right? So 74 rallied all the way up to 93, and it got a little scary for us here because we don't want to give too much back. We were in short from 29, but we felt like that there was a much deeper move that was just based on the speed at which the market was moving, and that market rallies all the way back up, comes down, touches it again, and this move was even scarier the next time, right? Because it rallied all the way up to 96. So two times you had one of those sweet spot levels that we talk about. And again, if you are a regular room member, you know how to draw these. And if you are not a regular room member, you can talk to us about becoming a member, and we can show you exactly how to draw these areas on your chart. These are very powerful areas, and again, they work today. So one of the things that we always talk about is that if you were to get long, most of the time these trades will give you an opportunity to get safe, meaning that it'll come down, tag that level, and then at least go 10 to 12 ticks before it turns around. That would usually give you a pretty good pause point, and that's indeed what happened here today. It comes down, rallies up a couple of times, and then you get that bigger picture flush. Then the market comes down, blows right through the sweet spot the second time. But again, remember, this sweet spot back here had already provided a 100-tick rally, so not really a surprise, and so we weren't really too concerned about that sweet spot area down there. Then you had one more down here at 55.08. The market sells off, comes down to 55.09, and then gives you a rally back here to 34. That's 25 ticks, again, giving you a chance to get safe. Test down through it one more time, this time to 04, and this time the bounce was a little bit bigger. In fact, it was on this pullback here that we ended up getting out of our short, which, again, it was $1,860, 93 tick ES trade or CL trade times two lots. Market comes right back up into just within a couple of ticks of this prior low. And then we were holding on. We were actually, our target we talked about in the trade room trade today, once all of this started happening, we were talking about coming down here to 75 to 85. And again, we talk about this as well, about zones of influence, that support and resistance levels are not necessarily about to the tick precision, although it's nice when it happens, but they are more in line with these zones of influence. And there's a 10 tick box. We use 10 ticks on the CL as the zone of influence on either side, and there is your 10 tick box around that level. This was the area that we were looking to target. We got chased out on this pullback here right before the European session closed, and then the market kind of drifts, settles, and comes right down into the top of that box, and that ends up being It ends up being the low on the day, and then the market rallies back up into the volume weighted average price. So again, very, very good CL trade here today. You can see right up here on the P&L, this was trading 2 lots. We had an 11 tick stop. So $220 worth of risk, 11 or 12 tick stop. Anyway, a little over $200 worth of risk for an $1,860 CL trade. Now the ES today, the ES is a little bit different today. I got stopped out once. I tried to get short, and you're going to see this in the video. I tried to get short here at the DS signal. The market rallies up, and almost immediately on the next bar comes right back down through it, and that is where I took. That is right there where I took my short. Now, we were going to be looking to target down through the volume weighted average price and the daily structure mid. And we talked about pausing just a little bit, possibly down here at 24.5, but the market was really aggressive here today and really just kind of blew right through that and all the way down to the DS target. And for us, we were looking again to target this structure extension on the ES. We have a 2.5 point box around the level, so that would have been 06.5. That's our zone of influence there. We're really trying to hold on to come all the way down into there. The market comes all the way down, but this, again, it's hard to see inside this bar, but we got dinged on the pullback, right? And so the market comes all the way down right into our market maker level and then rallies back up. We got dinked out right here before it came down all the way to here. So again, we're going to be short from this 37 area on the ES. I took a stop the first time. I took a 10 tick stop, and then we had a move from 37 all the way down here for 26 ES points. So we had an 8 tick stop and a 26 point target, realized target, and so we ended up there with just about a 13-to-1 reward to risk ratio. So all in all, it was a really excellent trading day in here today with a total just over $4,200 on the trading day. So with all that being said, I'm going to let you watch the 2 trades of the day here. I'm going to let you see where we get in on the CL, and you'll see exactly where we end up getting out. And then you're going to see us get in on the ES, and you'll see where we get out as well. So these trades lasted a really long time. In fact, the DS signal here on the was hit right around 8:10, and I finally get shaken out around 10:10. So that was a nearly 2-hour trade. And the same thing, it was a really long trade here on the ES. So what I do is what we always do, which is I let you see where we get in, chop it up into pieces, speed it up, put a little music behind it, and then let you see where it is that we get out. You can match up the final totals on those trades with what you see on the price ladders up here as well. So with all that being said, I'm going to let you watch the OTG trade of the day. In at 29 short, stop is 41, just above that previous swing high at 40, and that MS mid at 38. And we're going to be looking to target down into the VWAP, down to the structure mid and VWAP down around 96 to 92. Right in this area, 37 quarter short on the ES. Stop here is 39 on the stop. The CL's working out now. Let's go. Target on the ES is the VWAP at 30 down to the structure mid at 28.75.